Alright, we're going live, boys, so watch your P's and Q's. And that's totally on stream. Good evening and welcome to Racekraft Simulations for the SRT Trackmasters Academy GT3 Championship round number 2. This week we head on over to Monterey, California for the Weathertech Raceway Laguna Seca, formerly known as Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, the paved road racing circuit right in central Cali. What a beautiful circuit we head to tonight here. 2.238 miles long, 3.602 kilometres with over 180 feet of elevation change. The signature turn of this place, we've all heard about it, we've all seen the photos, the corkscrew. Turns 7, 8 and 9 forming this amazing combination of corners. It certainly tests the mettle of drivers as we follow Anthony Jewell into the corkscrew right now in the McLaren 720S underneath the sign, and then tucking into turn 9 at the rainy curve with so much banking through the corner to tuck the cars right in before they set up for the relatively tame and flat turn 10, and making their way back around into turn 11 and onto the main straightaway before they climb and then descend the hill on the main straightaway down into the Andretti hairpin at what is actually turn 2, because we had this somewhat of a, not really a corner at turn 1, the little kink in the main straightaway. We're live tonight here from Racekraft Simulations with drivers spanning from being in-house here at Racecraft at Gregan Road out at the International Airport at the Driver Risk Management Centre, from drivers over at V-Race Simulations on Scarborough Beach Road in Osborne Park, with a few drivers also joining us from home on their own rigs tonight. You will hear from a few of them tonight, and hopefully we'll get whoever our winner is to stick around in the Discord after they win, and we can have a little chat and hear their thoughts on the racing tonight. We are 8 minutes and 59 seconds to go in qualifying, and we'll see if we can pick up with someone making their way around the track. We'll see if we can get an onboard shot from tonight. Not that onboard shot, this onboard shot. As we jump on board with Cameron Edwards, we'll leave you with a lap ahead around Weathertech Raceway Laguna Seca.
Jesus, Johnny.
So that is a lap on board with Cameron Edwards as he makes his way around the circuit. We'll talk you through this coming lap here. Hard on the brakes in a moment, down into the Andretti hairpin, and clicking down through the gears. You don't get to see from his onboard dash, however. Dragging out second through to third, touching fourth, and back down to third. Might even be second, actually, as we go through the right-hander at turn 3, just trying not to touch the runoff outside of the curving, as the sand is very, very slippery. Wrapping things around from turn 4 through the gears, back on the brakes again, about 200 yards out from the corner, down a couple of gears into turn 5, and getting on the power now. Here is turn 6. This is a touch of the brake, down a gear, and absolute max commitment using the runoff on the exit before we climb the hill on the Rahal straight and set up our run into the corkscrew. Blind as you approach the braking zone, right down through the gears and into the corkscrew. Pulling it back to the right-hand side and trying to open up the steering as much as you can around the rainy curve. Pull it back to the left-hand side for turn 10 there. It feels tighter than it is, but turn 10, a great place to make up some time before getting back hard on the brakes again for turn 11. Using all of the runoff on the exit before we climb the main straightaway and start another lap. Cameron currently sitting 4th on time with a 120.3 fastest lap. Anthony Jules the fastest on track from Clint Harvey in second. Cade Bell in the 3rd spot at the moment. We'll go back outside the cars and we'll filter through your order so far. It is Julesy parked up in the pit lane with his slightly less than fabulous looking McLaren 720S. This is a bit of a one-make feeling night tonight. There is a lot of drivers using the 720S here, as it has proven to be probably the fastest car to use in this class of GT3, although the BMWs are pretty good to use as well. Clint Harvey also in the McLaren and a matching paint scheme. This is going to be hard to tell these guys apart, as they will start 1 and 2 on the grid if they stay where they are so far. George,
watch out, Johnny, I'm coming up.
In 3rd in the McLaren from Cade Bell in P4. Another one in the blue McLaren over Cameron Edwards, just going the wrong side of the curving and just about driving over the top of those sausage curves in P5. You just heard him a moment ago giving Johnny a bit of a warning that he was coming up behind him, trying to set himself a hot lap at the moment, as Joe Capone in the Fanatec Porsche. Joe won one of the final few rounds of the GT3 GTE series we had here at Racecraft Simulations a couple of months ago in great fashion here at Racecraft Simulations. That was on the Adelaide Street Circuit. Joe won that final round of Season 2 for 2021. He sits 6th at the moment, ahead of Grant Johnson, who's parked up in the pit lane in P7. Young Jet joining from V-Race over on Scarborough Beach Road in Osborne Park, sits 8th on time right now. Great job from Young Jet, sitting 8th on time. He continues to get quicker and quicker. Every week he shows up to race with us, and it's great to see the youngster getting amongst it here. From Josh Cochran, sitting in 9th with his McLaren.
Sick.
George from Sydney, sitting in P10. GK Sydney here, as we just had a switch around. Nick Cochran moving up into the 10th spot, just behind his brother. I believe it's Josh's birthday today, so big happy birthday to Josh, 21 again, I'm sure. GK Sydney sitting there in the 11th spot, and Andy Stott in the 12th spot. Aaron Dooley, Aaron parking himself into the 13th spot from Mr. Magoo in P14. Andrew Lachlan, P15, ahead of Dave Flett. One of only 2 drivers in the Mercedes. Dooley, I can't click on Dooley. Automobilista likes to do this to me. Can't click on Dooley, but he is out there and in a Mercedes, as Dave Flett in the Mercedes as well in P16. Connor W, one of the only BMW drivers here tonight in P17 so far, from Barry Punter. Rocking the Porsche in the 18th spot. Johnny Lee, my God, that thing has seen better days in the Blow Racing Porsche. Number 15 entry, ahead of Gavin. Rounding out your 20. Oh no. We have just had
Sounds
a
like someone
disconnection.
just won $20.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Everyone, we've been DC'd.
right, so we are going to restart the servers here. I'm going to end the stream and restart that one in just a couple of minutes once we get reset here. Looks like we had an internet hiccup and we lost all connections. So we'll reset everyone. We'll be back in just a moment for round 2 of GT3 for the SRT Trackmasters Academy here from Racecraft Simulations. One sec.